What's happening, everybody? Back here at Be Crypto Savvy, and we just wanted to do a quick update on Bitcoin. It's been a couple days since we had a video on the whereabouts and projection that we are anticipating. So, just wanted to do a quick recap as this thing has just been kind of slowly meandering its way down. You can see I've thrown in my Elliott wave, 5 waves, and I believe that we had topped out here, clearly topped out, but I do think that we are now in the middle of this ABC correction. Now, sometimes when you're using Elliott wave theory, sometimes you have to wait to things to play out. It can be drawn in different ways, and sometimes you have to go back and correct. Sometimes you have situations where it's giving you a couple different options depending on which way the wave ends up playing out. So I'm not a steadfast Elliott wave junkie. I do use some trend lines. I do use a mix of the Elliott wave, uh, a mix of in the crypto world. I really believe that you have to look at other things as well, like crypto community, that sort of thing. With crypto being the most volatile market in the world, which is, after I spent a lot of time in stock markets and, over in that side, the norm, uh, once I was introduced to the crypto market, I was instantly hooked. It was just, a lot more exciting with the different, the huge swings and that sort of thing. So with that being said, I do believe that you know it is extremely risky right now to be trading this while we're in something as a broadening triangle like this. Enter at your own risk, and more power to you. Personally, I like to sit on the sidelines until I know exactly which way I'm going to break out. And as far as short-term trading, that's why I suggest picking 10 to 15, if we're talking strictly crypto, pick 10 to 15 coins that you want to watch. And that way, some will be in better situations on, certain days to be able to trade in, and other ones, just aren't great opportunities as far as the risk reward situation. So just throwing that little tidbit in there. Jumping back into this, finishing out our fifth wave, Elliott wave, going into our ABC correction. If this is the case, that is a good sign looking for as far as the bulls are concerned. If this is the situation that plays out and this does end up being correct, the most we would more than likely be looking for another 5 waves up before then correcting back down with another C wave. So once again, this is just a small time correction, I believe, before we hit another more than likely big move to the upside. Our pocket of liquidity up here is still in the same ballpark, 27, high 26 to 27,000 up to about 28,300. Might get some wicks up above, might even break with a candle body above the $29,000 mark. I doubt it, but that possibility is there. More than likely, we're going to end up right in this region, though. I do want. Let's just jump into the 4 hour just to confirm some of this. Oh, before I do that, I do just want to point this out as well. We had that huge surge. So if you're doubting the fact that we're going to be pushing down and possibly a decent amount, you can see how high our RSI was back here. Let me get rid of this MACD a quick second. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So you can see how high this RSI was up here, all the way up to 89. If you zoom out and try and find the last time we were that high, you got to go all the way back to January of 2021. So we're talking over 2 years ago that our RSI, the relative strength index, was that high. we definitely need time to cool off. It has been in this downward trajectory since when was that? January 23rd of this year. So, about 3 weeks. And not only has this been going down while the price had been going up, which is a bearish divergence, also meaning that we're more than likely to come down and correct a little bit. Let me just throw this on here. I haven't done this, but let's see where we're at. So I'm going to watch this RSI and watch to see where we connect and if we can break this resistance line that's been moving down for the past few weeks. That's another thing to keep an eye on there. Let's jump over to that 4 hour quickly just to check and make sure everything that we've been talking about lines up. On the 4 hour, zoom this in, get a little better view. So 4 hour, same thing. RSI has been steadily dropping consistently since February or since the 16th of this month. So as this keeps dropping, our price will likely at least consolidate sideways, but I do anticipate to continue downward. You can see we have this big order flow at the same section that we had all this action back here. So that's a very good indication that that's most likely going to be our stopping point where we should probably see a little sideways action. In the case that we perhaps fall down a little bit farther than that, you can see that we do have some support around here at the 2100 region, which would still be within this broadening triangle. Honestly, I don't see us going that far, at least in this dip. Just throwing it out there. I am one of the ones in the camp that believe that we most likely have not seen our lows of the bear market. That's not to say that we can't have a hell of a bull run in the bear market. I mean, we can come up and still break 30,000 and still remain in our bear market. 32,000 is this high over here that we would be able to, stay with under, and meaning that we'd still be putting in lower highs and then possibly lower lows. So, that's just kind of where I sit. Like I've said before, I'm about 60% in. I've got about 30% more sitting on the sidelines in dry powder. I'm anticipating putting in when we see some lows that I do still see coming. And I do always keep about 10% dry powder sitting on the sidelines. You never know when you're going to have a black swan event. You're never going to know when there's going to be a crash for some reason that pops right back up. So that's just kind of my trading strategy. I do tend to ramble sometimes, so I'll try and keep that in check. Anyways, I think that's about it for today. That's where we sit with Bitcoin. Still just kind of watching this ABC, and that's about it. So you guys have a stellar rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Peace.